All right, good afternoon, everyone. So today is July 23rd, and it's a Wednesday, and I'm back here on the foreign currency markets. I've entered into a long position for pound dollar. I actually entered in shortly after 10 o'clock, and I'll go over the analysis here shortly. I just wanted to turn on the recording here now at this pivotal moment, or at least what I believe is a pivotal moment in price action delivery. So the time now is 2:08 p.m. and that's Eastern Standard Time, and we're working within the 150 to 210 macro. Okay, and so I'm going to do a quick breakdown here as to what I see panning out in price action delivery. You're looking at a 3-minute chart, and this is a consolidation here. So we just came out of the lunch hour consolidation, and that's what you see here in this price action. But what I want you guys to take note of is this blue rectangle down here. That's an hourly buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Now, we didn't come all the way back down into that price range or this discount array, but instead what we've been getting is this consolidation and these what appear to be false breakouts, bullish. Okay, and I'm in a long position, so of course I'm looking for price action to deliver to buy side, and we've already had quite a bit of movement in that direction after I entered into my position, which is why my stop loss has been trailed up higher. But what I want you guys to take note of on this 3-minute chart, since I am keying off of a 15-minute discount array, which I'll go over here shortly, but just this 3-minute displacement here, which left behind these two imbalances on a 3-minute time frame. So what I want you guys to take note of here is this 3 drives pattern. Okay, so it's where price has made several attempts to dip down lower into these inefficiencies on the 3-minute time frame before what I'm anticipating is a price action delivery bullish towards my take profit. Now, I already have in my trading plan an opportunity to take partials off when this position reaches about 1.5 of the range that I'm looking for price action to deliver. So on this particular $25,000 account through Funding Traders, which is a prop firm, but this is a demo account through that prop firm where I'm looking to secure funding, I've been risking 0.25% to draw these accounts, well, to get these accounts out of drawdown. And so what I like to do with a $62 risk, which is 0.25% of $25,000. Now it's not just 0.25%, it's 0.25%. So I do want to make that clear. It's 0.25%. So 1% of 25K is $250, and 1/4 of 250 is $62. Okay, so that's what I'm risking on these 25K accounts. Now, when price action reaches, or my P&L in this case, I do want to make it clear I'm not trading my P&L. But once it reaches a certain number, in this case I'm looking for $80, I'm going to take off 80% of this position. And what that would do is that will bank me 0.25% on this trade, and then I'll let the rest just pan out, right? Since it's so late in the day, I typically don't like to be in forex trades later in the afternoon, typically because we may get some manual intervention. The spreads tend to open up as we get later in the day, So as we approach about 4:30, 5 o'clock ish, the spread will open up, and I just really rather just be out of it, everything by noon, really. But I was given this trade some room to breathe because my conviction is pretty high that I'm on the right side of the market. Okay, so we can see here where this old high right here, this up close candle, that's near term buy side liquidity. So I'm looking for price action to take out that high first, and I'd like to see a nice displacement above that high. What do I mean by displacement? A nice energetic candle running up above that high, securing that 1/4% that I'm looking to take off of this position, and then just let the rest run. Okay, so right now I'm actually in good hands. I like how price action is delivering. I'm actually comfortable moving my stop loss to break even, and the reason being is because we've created some nice structure here on a 3-minute chart, and if price ran back against me and stopped me out, I wouldn't even be upset if it did that, because, well, if price tends to go against the structure that is already created on a 3-minute time frame, it's probably not going to use that hourly buy side and balance, sell side efficiency and support. So what I'm doing now is just moving my stop loss to break even across all of my challenge accounts. And you can see here on this account we're getting very close to $80, where I'll look to pull off 1/4%. And I've been very aggressive the last few weeks with taking my partials. As I crawl my way further out of the drawdown, I'll be less aggressive and be more inclined to let price action run in my favor. But at this point in my journey of getting out of drawdown, I'm looking to be aggressive and take money off the table as soon as it makes the most sense for my trading plan. And so, yeah, basically what you're witnessing here now is, okay, so we get a nice surge here. I want to see if we can go ahead and displace that short-term high that I was talking about right there. And I'll draw that out here with this horizontal ray. So there, that's near-term buy-side liquidity, and I just labeled it with that red horizontal line, and it's that old short-term high that I like to see price. Really, I like to see it just run through it, like get really animated above it. But I'm about to position myself to take 1/4% off of this account, and when I say 1/4%, I mean 1/4%. Okay, and so that would entail me taking 80% of this trade off, and so I'm just waiting for price action to go ahead and displace that high and run out our near-term buy side liquidity. And again, be patient with this one because I am going to do an analysis. I don't think I'm going to do my full breakdown from the phone, but I am going to do a breakdown from my computer. Most likely it'll be tomorrow, but you know, just know that this was a pretty good trade, and yeah, we'll see how we get this delivery through here now. I may want to go ahead and pull. I mean, we're so close to that $80 marker where I look to go ahead and bank 1/4%, which on this account is $62. And so I have two 25K accounts in the challenge phase, and I have two $50,000 accounts Well, actually, three $50,000 accounts in the challenge phase. And so, just waiting this out here. And there you have it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it off here now. And so a partial here would be 2-3. So go ahead and close that partial off. And go ahead and pay the trader, so to speak. It's like, you know, when you're running your position, you want to go ahead and pay yourself for being right. And so, or for at least for being on side. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that here now. And so what you see here now coming up is my other 250K accounts, and we're not quite at a level that I'm comfortable pulling off yet with those two accounts, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. Like I said, I'm being very aggressive with these accounts, with, you know, taking what the market gives me, you know, not being greedy, getting these base hits, and crawling my way out of drawdown. And, you know, like I said, these let's see what we have here. Okay, so I may let this one run a little bit more before pulling. Make sure I move this stop. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one now, get my partial. So it's not going to be a full 1/4 of 1% that I end up banking, but it's close enough. It's close enough. So close positions, we got really close. So I usually look for 125. I got 108, which is fine. And then on these two accounts, I look for 62, and we actually got it on this one. So we got 65. So that's that 1/4 of 1%. And then on this account here, we got the 63. So I was able to bank 1/4 of 1% on the 25K accounts, but on the 250K accounts, I got really close to it. But I'm still happy with the result. Like I said, I still have a little piece on. And, you know, we could see price run up into that before the day is over with. But if we don't, like I said, it doesn't really matter because I've already pulled off a piece of what I was looking for.